Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023 and some more of the Journeyman with Leeds United. Today we take on West Ham United and Tottenham Hotspur at the start of season 11 of this series. It has been pretty crazy. We're 97 episodes in now and just 3 away from the big 100, the big century, which I'm really looking forward to. It's been a little while since I've hit 100 videos in a series. We're about to do that twice in a week with the F1 Manager series as well. So I just want to say a massive thank you for all of your consistent support on not only this series, but everything that I put out on the channel. So massive, massive thank you for that. Keep the likes coming, keep the comments coming, all of that good stuff. And I think this really could be our year with Leeds. I think we've put together a really good squad. I think we've recruited well over the summer. And I'm very excited to get into it, see how we get on today, and hopefully see some of our new signings bed into the squad very, very nicely. Obviously, West Ham away. It's a tricky opening fixture. Don't get me wrong. But if we can get through it, I think we've got a decent spell at the start of the season. And if we can take the momentum from last year, then we're really going to be in a good position. So first things first, let's have a little look at the transfer window that we've just had. Of course, yesterday we had the transfer special. We signed a fair few players. First signing of the window was Connor Bradley, £28 million from Chelsea. He's a 29-year-old Northern Irish right back. He has come in as our first choice. We're hopefully going to be using him to good effect. He's been at Chelsea for the last few years, done well there. Played for Real Madrid before that, came through the youth system at Liverpool. Never played, well, he did play one professional match for them, but over recent years has done a very solid job for Chelsea, and I do think he will come in and do a very, very good job at right back, fingers crossed. We also signed Steve Hurst on a free transfer. I looked at him last year, actually. This was one the assistant manager did. He played for Southampton for a few years, has joined us on a free transfer. He's 1.5 star ability, 3-star potential. Definitely looks like a decent player. Somebody that I think could develop into something a bit special if he gets plenty of game time in the reserves, perhaps has a couple of loan spells, and yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. On the outgoings, we did manage to get rid of a couple of players, not before the 1st of July though. Next signing was Richarlison, not that one, who is an 18-year-old Brazilian left back. He is currently 2-star ability, 5-star potential. He's gone back on loan to Juventude, and we managed to get him for 2.4 million. He is worth 38 million already. He's having a great season over in Brazil, and I'm really excited to see what comes of him. He's going to come in as our backup left back probably in January and hopefully be a little bit like Johnny Ballesteros, have a really good end to the season after playing so much football, and he will be in a very good place. We then got another bargain, Iker Padilla, free transfer from Real Madrid. There is a bid for him from Antwerp for a loan signing. I'm tempted to let him go because he's probably not going to get too much football, maybe not as good as he was built up to be. Can be a good Premier League player in the future, but I think needs to potentially have another season to mature out on loan, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, he came in on a free transfer. Then our first big signing of the window was Daniel Weber, a 19-year-old German right winger. He's a wonder kid. He's come in for £50 million in a fee that could rise in the future. But he is 2.5-star ability, 5-star potential. Already, a very, very decent player. He will be an excellent backup to the likes of Navarro, Holgate, etc. And, he's done a good job for Dortmund over the last couple of seasons when he has come in and been called upon. So, fingers crossed he can do a good job for us this season. That's what I'm looking for at the end of the day. We also signed Renat Polyatskin, 14.75 million from Lokomotiv Moscow. He's a 22-year-old Russian centre-back. Looks very, very good. Excellent heading ability. Good strength, good determination, good bravery. I do think he's going to be a fantastic central defender for us. He's had a good few years over in the Russian Premier League. 7.65 average rating last season. He comes in as, in theory, well, if we can get that up. Yeah, he comes in as, in theory, our third best centre-back behind Tiata and Robinson, but I think that will be a good four-way rotation for us this season. So another good bargain, I think, at 14.75 million. Then our record transfer signing, a player that we chased last summer, Jeffrey Dethier, comes in from Southampton for an £88 million deal. He scored 10 goals and got 7 assists in 34 starts last season for them. He is going to be awesome. He had a brilliant time at Anderlecht before that. He is a special player. He's world class. He's close to his full potential, but he's only 23. He can improve, he can get better. He's got incredible stats, or attributes, I should say. Can play through the middle, can play on the left, can play in the centre of the park, can play on the right. He is just a terrific player, and I think he is going to just fit into this squad so well. He's already worth 198 million. Brilliant. You know, what a player. And then final signing of the window for now is Mauro Garcia. He's come in from Independiente, and he's a 2-star player, 5-star potential. We will move him to the senior squad and make him available for the under-21s for 60 minutes every week. Looks good, 6.25 million. As I say, 2-star potential, 2-star ability, 5-star potential. Some decent attributes in there, can come in as a bit of a depth signing, and he's only 18 years old, so very, very good, in my opinion. On the way out then, we have a few players. The biggest sale was Jose Manuel Olmo. He went to Inter Milan. He joined them permanently after a loan deal last season. Thiago Santos has gone out to Wolfsburg for 25 million. He had declined a lot over the last few years, or the last year or so. I'm sure he'll do a good job at Wolfsburg, but last season was by far his worst at Leeds United, and I think it was ready. Or the time was right for him to go. Burak Ince, after one season, went to Benfica, 21 million. Vitinha, a very tough decision, but he did want to leave after not being played as a pressing forward as much as he wanted to be last season. He went to Southampton for 17.75 million. He turns 33 this year, so surely he can't keep scoring goals, can he? Rodrigo Nunes, who we signed in January, he's gone for 9 million. We made a little profit on him. And, the likes of Michael Santa have gone out on loan, Magno. All these players that I think we can build the squad around in future years. We've let them go out on loan, get a bit of maturity out there, and I think we've put together a really fantastic squad. As far as the bookies are concerned, they think we're going to finish 7th this season. Dethier is one of the best 11 in the Premier League. West Ham, by the way, 14th, Tottenham 9th, so these should be 2 matches that we're winning. If we've got any title ambitions this year, those are the sort of matches that we need to be winning. Right then, with all of that being said, let's get ourselves into today's match. So this is the team that we are producing for today. We'll zoom it forward because it zooms it in slightly. Andre Lunin will start in goal with Connor Bradley, Luke Mbete, Renat Polyatskin and Gerano Mizigin in defence. We've then got Cesar Casadei and Manu Kone as our defensive midfielders, with Edgar Navarro and Jeffrey Dethier starting behind Peter Murray and Johnny Ballesteros up top. We've preferred Ballesteros today to Nat Wallbank because I just think Johnny is going to be an incredible player this season. He's already had a fabulous half season with us, came in as a 2-star player, already 3-star. He's just ridiculously good. Scored 10 goals in 12 starts last season. He could be the new Glatzel. I think he could be. So let's go into the match then. I'm expecting a big performance today. I want to see us really set out our intentions, and I want to be impressed. You know, they've done the team talk for me. I want to be impressed out there. I want everybody to want to play in this squad as well as they can. And here is that West Ham squad then. Anybody interested in there? You know, Tete is still in there. You know, West Ham are a decent side. They're not bad. And playing at the London Stadium is going to be quite intimidating, I think. First day of the season, West Ham are going to have a lot of hope in there. But if we can get off to a good start, I really do think we can win the title this year. And I have had a few questions, actually, about, you know, where do I see the journey with Leeds ending? And to be quite honest, you know, I don't think our time's done just yet. You know, I think we've still got more to achieve. If the right offer does come along, then we can and possibly will move on. But it is something that I have to think about. You know, people want to see us go abroad. I mean, traditionally, going abroad is YouTube suicide because the views will go like that as soon as we head abroad. So, you know, we have to be realistic that that's going to be one of our final moves of this series. Switching the player, that was brilliant. Here's Navarro on the ball. What can he do with it? Can he whip it in? Yes, he can, and it's Peter Murray over the bar. I would like to do some international management in this series. I think that's something that's not done enough on YouTube in depth. I'd like to do that. And, oh, there you go. Look, Mbede with the first goal of the season. I wasn't expecting that. It looked like the end of the highlights. It was a brilliant corner kick, though. And I can't work out who it was. Was it? It was Navarro. Navarro whipped it in, and Mbede was there. Header into the back of the net, and it is Leeds United 1, West Ham United 0. Come on. What a start. But yeah, I would like to do some international management, win some trophies at the world stage, and then potentially look at moving on to an abroad club and going on a little journeyman around Europe, maybe doing one season projects and seeing how many trophies we can pick up that way. So, you know, it depends what jobs come about and whether they're realistic for us at the time. You know, I think we've got a very cushy job at the moment, and much like when we left Portsmouth, when a good thing was going for Fulham, things went wrong, and we were very, very lucky that we managed to get the Leeds job. And, you know, let's not throw that away too quickly. Here's Tete with the corner, whips it in, header, and it's into the back of the net, and West Ham United are level. And I have to say, we have not been as convincing as I thought we would be. Yeah, it's not been the best. That was a good corner and headed into the back of the net like a bullet. I'm going to try and go attacking now because I want to have that intent. And it's going to be half time and 1-1 here. It's not fantastic. And let's try and keep the morale up a little bit. Johnny Ballesteros not having the best of games, so let's bring him off Nat Wallbank and swap them two round and see if that makes any difference in this 45 minutes. Here's a free kick, and it's going to be Navarro with a chance to whip it in, and it's Navarro with the shot. Oh, tipped over the bar by Altair there, and now a chance for Navarro to whip it in again. Navarro into the middle, header. Nope, it's headed away. Here's, nope, end of highlight. Right, let's encourage the team. Come on, boys. Yeah, 58 minutes gone. Oh, little highlights here before we think about making some changes. Booted out wide to Enzo Boiano. Here's Tete forward. That's a decent ball, you know. Here's Samuel Lino. Good interception by Casadei, and it's gone in. I think that could be offside, is it? Or was it? Casadei that, I think it might have been Casadei that passed it to him. Let's have a closer look at this, but this is not the start of the season that we wanted. Samuel Lino got it in. It was Casadei who cut it out, but it's in the back of the net. And we've got, 25 minutes to go here, and we need to definitely make some changes. Peter Murray's going to come off. We're going to put Alvaro up top. Manu Kone is not having a great time, so let's put on Mayano, swap him with Casadei. Connor Bradley not doing great, so let's put Pilbeam on. And Dedia's not having the best of games, so we're actually going to take him off and put Francisco Jorge on. And now we really do need to pull this back. Highlight once again for West Ham, and that's Lino pushing forward. Samuel Lino, and Bradley just about gets his foot to the ball. Here's Casadei, gets it to Mbede, to Kone now. Kone switches the play to Mizigin. Mizigin on the ball, forward towards Dedia. Dedia's got it now. This is a chance for him to impose himself. To Murray, to Dedia now. Dedia with a chance. Back to Kone with the shot, and it's blocked, and it's over the bar. I'd like to delay our changes, but it's not going to happen. 20 minutes left. Very attacking we go. We definitely take a 2-2 draw at this stage. Here's Enzo Bayamo. Still Bayomo to Jorginho. And now Peters. Ozcan. Oh, it hits the post, and that was a great chance. Ozcan again, and he has whoever that is a gone over the bar. Here's Jorge with the corner, whips it in, header from Mbede, and it's in! Luke Mbede scores, and that is huge. It was a brilliant cross from Jorge there. Good header from Luke Mbede at the near post there. And that is into the back of the net. And who would have thought that Luke Mbede would be the player that scores a brace today and potentially gives us a chance to win it? Because now this is our moment. This is where we have been so strong in matches in the past. Mizigin gets it forward towards Alvaro. Alvaro still going. Alvaro still running. And that is a terrible finish. And that is really disappointing for Alvaro, because it's a big season for him. You know, he's had patches of great form, but by now, this is when we expect him to take flight, if you like. And, you know, it might be time to say goodbye to him in January, especially because now we might lose 3-2 to West Ham. We're going to go very attacking again. I don't think we're going to get back into it this time. Well, that is not what was meant to happen today. We had some good chances. We just didn't take them. And West Ham United beaten us in the first match of the season. Right, I mean, that must be our first defeat for a reasonable amount of time in the league. Oh, of course we lost to Liverpool, but I mean, you know, we had a good end of the season, really. Yeah. And a good pre-season as well. What happened on the opening day last season? We lost to Newcastle 2-1. We still finished third. And it was Luke Mbede, to be fair, that scored on the opening day last year. Right, let's go and beat Tottenham now, eh? Right, okay, a couple of changes for this match. One of them enforced as Zinoviev has to go in goal because Lunin is injured. Pilbeam comes in at right back but can only play 45 minutes, and Tiata returns at centre-back. We've also changed the role of Peter Murray back to a poacher, which is what was working quite nicely last season for him. Other than that, everything is as you were, and yeah, let's get ourselves into it. It's hopefully just a blip against West Ham. I do think we're still good. You know, we've only improved this summer. We certainly haven't become weaker. And, you know, I suppose you could say Vitinha, massive player in terms of his influence on the team. But realistically, he only made 13 starts last season, so he's not the player he was. His Tottenham team, of course, they've been in a bit of a transition the last few years since the retirement of Son Heung-min and Harry Kane. So good to see them back up towards the top end of the table, but certainly not today. We don't want that. Let's get ourselves into it and not take any prisoners and try and get all 3 points, because if we can get our season started, the sooner the better. That would be fantastic. Mizogin tries to get it forward towards Ballesteros, couldn't manage it. Header from Tiara. Here's Casadei now. Casadei forward to Dedia. What a chance for Dedia to make an impact. And he hits the post, and it was good control with the feet. Soft touches to try and get back inside. Didn't quite work though. Navarro into the middle, and Ballesteros gets it away. Here's Casadei. Gets it to Kone now. Kone forward to Ballesteros. What a save from the goalkeeper. Sandro, I think it is. Navarro now with the corner. Mbete and Tiara will be waiting there. Mbete with the header, and it's straight into the keeper's hands. But wow, is he looking dangerous from corners already this season. Whew. This could be quite an entertaining season in terms of matches. It might not be so good on the heart rate if Tottenham are going to grab a goal here. Here's Fisher on the right-hand side. Fisher loses it to Dedia. Dedia looks good. Here's Tiara. Now wide towards a Pilbeam. Here's Navarro. It's lagging, so it must be about to be a goal. Here's Dedia. Gets it to Ballesteros now on the ball. What can he do with it? Will he whip it into the middle? He gets it back to Mizogin now. Mizogin into the middle, and it's a goal, and it's Dedia with the goal. Jeffrey Dedia makes it 1-0 to Leeds United, and, well, the Leeds United fans are going to love him already, and it was Johnny Ballesteros that had the initial run there. Mizogin ran forward, great cross into the middle, and Dedia puts it into the back of the net, and it's now 1-0, and that relieves quite a few of us in Elland Road right now. But the 3 points that we've potentially thrown away against West Ham, I don't know how crucial that'll be come the end of the season. It was the start of our year last year that really cost us a chance at running for the title. That's a great ball forward. Peter Murray now with a great chance. Whoa, what a chip over the keeper. And Peter Murray gets his first goal of the season. And now we're starting to talk, because that was just a beautiful ball forward. And I think it might have been Mizogin again, was it? No, it was Dedia. Oh, what a pinpoint pass from Dedia. Beautiful little chip over the goalkeeper from Peter Murray. And it's now Leeds United 2, Tottenham 0. Come on. And that moves us up to 7th place in the league. Here's Gallagher now with the corner kick. Gets it in. Casadei away. And Dedia comes out to collect. And now he's going to run after it. Can he get it from Sergio here? Oh, he's trying. He's still chasing it. And this is great pressing. Peter Murray wins it back. Navarro over the top. Here's Ballesteros to Mizogin now. Mizogin forward. Ballesteros with the chance. It's 3-0. And Johnny Ballesteros does get on the score sheet, providing that this is not offside. It may well be, though. Oh, no, it's not. 3-0 now. And, yeah, that was just lovely play. Navarro forward to Ballesteros, then Mizogin. Mizogin just dinked it through. Ballesteros was there, makes it 3-0. Yeah, this is what I was expecting on the opening day of the season. I was pretty disappointed. I'm sure you could tell. I was disappointed with how we played against West Ham. And, we do just have some days like that, but luckily last season we didn't have too many of them, and this year hopefully we won't have any more. Again, like last year, I think I said it, the Newcastle match, we now don't, because we lost against Newcastle, didn't we? We now don't have that whole potentially going invincible, that sort of thing. All of that nonsense is out of the window now. We can just focus on winning games and winning as many in a row as possible. Here's João Kleber. Whips it into the middle. Header. Oh, it's hit the bar and it's away by Jorge. Be nice for Zinoviev to grab a clean sheet. Hasn't really played too much in the last 12 months, so I'm intrigued to see how he gets on. Header away by Mbete. Here's Vink. Vink on the ball. Now to Eklund, whoever. Here's Jorge with the corner into the middle. Oh, I thought Tiana might get himself on the score sheet. Pilbeam needs to come off, actually. He was only meant to play 45 minutes. Here's Weber now. The wonder kid to Mizagin. Mizagin into the middle. Oh, it's bouncing around and Johnny Ballesteros is there waiting. And he puts it into the back of the net. 4-0 now. And he will be happy with that. That's very, very good. Right, Pilbeam comes off. And I think Peter Murray's going to come off as well. We're going to put Alvaro on. Give him 20 minutes or so. Here's Mizagin. Mizagin back to Cornet now. Cornet forward. It's going to be Jorge. It could be Ballesteros' hat-trick. Oh, it's offside. It was Jorge that was offside. It did go in, though. He has had the ball in the net 3 times today. And I hope he does go and get a hat-trick, because I'm bigging him up massively. That's a great ball forward, and it's Weber now on the ball, into the middle. Oh, Peter Murray scores. And, well, let's cancel that change, because it's a race towards a hat-trick now between Peter Murray and Johnny Ballesteros. And if we're beating Tottenham 5-0, that's a worrying sign for other teams. Kleber into the middle. Header away by Tiata there. Fisher into the middle now. Header away by Connor Bradley. Now here's Kleber again. Is he going to go alone this time? He does. What a save from Zinoviev. That was a terrific shot from João Kleber. And here he is with the corner. He looks like a tricky little player, doesn't he? Whips it into the middle. Oh, and it's a good header, but well held by the goalkeeper there. He's had a decent game, to be fair. So Michael Robinson can come on. Good tackle from Bradley there. Here's Weber. He's looked good since he's come onto the pitch as well. Mayano to Cornet. Forward to Murray. Chance for a hat-trick for Peter Murray. Good save. Good save. Wow. Look at that XG. That is ridiculously good. But there it is. We win the match 5-0. And you've got to say, that was more like it. That was much more like it. Very good stuff from the Leeds United players. And hopefully now we can push on. Weber impresses on his debut. Ballesteros, man of the match. Put our arm around and say, very well played, sir. Because he is just getting better and better and better. And I can't wait to see how many goals he ends up with this season. Predictions down in the comments down below of where we're going to finish, who's going to be our top scorer, and more importantly, how many goals are they going to score? And that's in all competitions, not just the Premier League. Remember, we're fighting on 4 different fronts this season with the Champions League as well. So, we will be back next episode for our first Champions League match. It'll probably be coupled up with the Man United match as well. So Man United and the Champions League match next time out. That's going to be exciting. I don't know if we're going to make any more business deals. Potentially we will, if the right player comes about. I would quite like another defensive midfielder. Another solid defensive midfielder would be great, really. But that's where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed it, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.